Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Loopring and why it has rallied roughly 52% in the last 24 hours, right? And yeah, it's pretty interesting considering how the most of the market is still right now or like stagnating, and Loopring's rallied 50% in the last 24 hours, right? So let's take a look at why that's happening. Loopring released this blog recently. It says that the Gamestop NFT Marketplace is now powered by LOOPRING Layer 2 solutions. And you know, Gamestop is already popular with in the stock market and Wall Street bets. So, and LRC LOOPRING is already in the metaverse basket. So I think that makes sense why LOOPRING is rallying, right? But I don't much care for the news now that the price is rallied. Like, sometimes you catch these moves, sometimes you don't, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So what I'm seeing right now here is that Loopring has formed equal highs here at 1.248. So there's a really good chance the price is gonna sweep these highs and collect liquidity and then head back lower. So there are multiple reasons why I believe like it would be a really good opportunity to short here. The first reason is if you go on a weekly time frame, on a 3-day time frame, you can see that the price has formed a bearish breaker setup here, where you see a higher high and a demand zone formed in between. When the demand zone gets invalidated, it flips into a breaker, and this is a bearish breaker where you have a higher high and a demand zone in between. Price breaches this and becomes a breaker. I've already explained this in my Bitcoin setup that I kind of posted roughly 12 days ago, probably 2 weeks ago. Even here you see a similar setup. Price formed a swing high, then formed a demand zone in between, broke the swing high, and then finally invalidated this. So before invalidating this particular demand zone, it is a demand zone, but after the price produces a close below this demand zone, it gets invalidated and flipped into a breaker. And even for Bitcoin, I posted this setup 10 days ago, and that's a trade that I'm taking right now. I'm currently in, and Loopring is displaying the exact same setup but on a much higher time frame, right? So two reasons why I believe Loopring is gonna go back down. Three reasons actually. The first reason is obviously because of the equal highs. So the market makers are obviously going to push this price higher. People are going to FOMO in on this coin, and they're going to get stuck when price comes back lower, and that's what I'm expecting. That's the play that I'm going to take. Obviously this play is like trying to catch a falling knife, so there is going to be a lot of risks. So if you're not experienced and you kind of don't have a lot of understanding with risk management and position sizing, I would advise you to not go for this trade. So the setup is I'm going to wait for the price to breach this equal high. I'm going to place my stop losses here and my target here. This is an ideal setup. This is how you're supposed to play it. But I'm going to place a very tight stop loss, which is a 7. Obviously it is not a lot if you look at the percentages, but if you look at it in terms of an RR, it's a good 1.5 hour trade. So yeah, this is the trade I'm trying to take. Obviously, like from a theoretical standpoint, an invalidation of this bearish breaker setup would happen if the price produces a daily candlestick close above 1.58, but I'm just gonna make this 1.63 level as an invalidation point, and if we get a daily close above this, this short setup is going to fail, and in which case you can look for a higher low relative to this low and try to long Loopring here. And again, this long outlook, or this bullish outlook, is completely dependent on how Bitcoin is, right, and its directional bias at this particular time. So yeah, for now the short setup looks really interesting to me, so that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, make sure to add me on Twitter. My Twitter is Mangyako with a 0 at the end. So yeah, this is my Twitter.